Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Noble, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Bujin deck profile. So I'm really excited about this one because the Bujins are my top 10 favorite decks ever. They do really cool things discarding from the hand to the graveyard. They have really cool protection and other effects, banishing themselves from the graveyard. And they have some really great Exceed monsters, and we just got a really cool Link monster and Dual Overload. And on top of all that, this is budget. This is a budget deck, guys. I can't stress that enough that this is budget. So let's get right on into it without further ado. While you're here, you might as well subscribe for more deck profiles just like this one. Hit that bell to become a part of the notification team, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. So to start off with, we're going to be playing 3 Yamato. Now Yamato is the searcher of the deck. You're going to be looking for him in your opening hand as much as you possibly can. Once per turn during your end phase, you can add one Bujin monster from your deck to your hand and then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only control one Bujin Yamato. So next up, we're playing 2 Bujin Harume. Now Harume is cool. She's easy to get out in the field. She can't be normal summon her set, but you can special summon her by banishing a Bujin monster from your graveyard. If this card, which was summoned this way, is destroyed by your opponent's card by battle or card effect, is sent from your side of the field to the graveyard, and both players have a hand, you can discard one card and then your opponent discards a card. So she's cool because she's easy to get out in the field, and then thinning out your opponent's hand is always a great thing. So we're playing 2 Bujin Arasuda. Arasuda is neat. If a Bujin monster in your graveyard or face up on your side of the field is banished except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand in face up defensive position. He has decent defense at 1900. Once per turn, during the end phase of a Bujin card was added from your deck to your hand this turn except by drawing it. While you control this face up card, you can draw a card and then discard a card. So you're actually going to resolve that a lot because you do a lot of searching in this deck, and especially if you have this guy, just being able to get another card in your hand is really good. You will have to discard, but that won't really be a big deal. I'm playing 1 Mikazuchi. Now Mikazuchi's cool. I don't really think you need more of him, so that's why I'm playing him at 1. When a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster or monster that you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, send the graveyard and special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn during the end phase, if a Bujin monster or monsters was sent from your hand to the graveyard this turn while you control this face-up card, you can add a Bujin spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So that's really cool because if you use this with Crane, is it Crane? Yeah, I was thinking Crow. That's definitely not right. Definitely Crane. To double one of our guys' attack, then you get that search out a spell or trap. So that's a really cool little combo. Next, we're playing 1 Bujin Senyo. I've seen people not even play Senyo, but I like it. And it gives me kind of a peace of mind because during either player's turn, during either player's damage step, if a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control battles on a Bujin's monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, and that monster you control gains attack equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster is battling until the end of the damage step, and if it does, all battle damage your opponent takes from that battle is halved. So that's cool. Like I really like knowing this card is in my graveyard, knowing I don't really have to worry about the next battle that's coming. So that's neat. I'm playing 3 Haruko. Now, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. I hate pendulums. Like, I really can't stand them. So, the fact that I'm playing this, like, this is a necessary evil because I really hate pendulums. But it makes the deck more consistent because if you weren't playing this, you'd have to play more of the other ones. So, it really does help because it doesn't have a monster effect, but the pendulum effect is you can banish this card from your pendulum zone, then target 1 Bujin XYZ monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck 1 Bujin XYZ monster with a different name. By using that target as a material, it's treated as an XYZ summon, and then those materials get sent over to that monster. So it's really good. It does help out a lot. Like I cringe at having to play Pendulum monster, but it does help quite a bit. I'm playing 3 Crane. Now Crane is like a really crazy card. So during damage calculation in either player's turn, if the Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is battling an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. The attack of your monster becomes double its original attack during that damage calculation only. So this isn't a once per turn effect either, guys. Like if you have multiple Cranes, you can use them. I'm about to call them Crow again. If you have multiple birds, you can use them all if you wanted to. Like when your opponent figures out what this card does they don't already know, they're going to be really hesitant to attack into you. They're going to want to make sure you don't have anything in your hand before they swing at you because this card is really crazy. For the next 3, I'm playing 3 Hair. Now, if you wanted to bump Hair down to 2, that's totally fine as well. But just like Senyo, Hair gives me peace of mind because during either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control. Once during this turn, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effects. And you only use effective Bujinki hair once per turn. So I really like having this one. And also Turtle, like I said, if you want to bump and just play 2 of each, that's totally fine. But Turtle does the same thing, except it negates a effect that would target one of your Bujin monsters during either player's turn. So that's really cool. It doesn't destroy, but it negates, and that's great. So you're going to want to get these in the graveyard as soon as you can, just to be able to have those options to negate and protect your monsters. I'm playing 1 Quillen. Quillen pops. If you control a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster, you banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy that target. And you can use this effect of Bujin and Quillen once per turn. If you want to go for more of like a going second type disruption build, you could play more Quillen if you wanted to. But I like it at 1. But it definitely is a good card. And then for the last 3, just 3 Ash, just because we're really trying to stop our opponent from searching out their cards and getting out their plays, because we're trying to get them first. So I think 3 Ash is pretty necessary if you want to bump that down. If you wanted to bump down to Ash and play another Turtle, like if you want to play 3 of each just to make sure you have that protection, that's totally fine. I get that, but I think this is pretty good so far. It's worked for me. That's it for the monsters. Let's move on into the spells. So we do have a pretty decent monster count in this one. So for the spells, we're playing 3 Ties of the Brethren. Now this card is really cool in this deck because what this one does is that you pay 2,000 life points, and then you target level 4 or lower monster you control. For the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you can't special summon monsters. Also special summon 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level as that monster, but with different names from each other and that monster. And you can't conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect. For the next 3, I'm playing 3 Fire Formation Tinky. I think you're saying Tinky. I have a Fire Fist deck, and I still don't know how to play this card. How to save this card. When this card is activated, you can add a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior type monster from your deck to your hand, and then all Beast Warrior type monsters you control gain 100 attack. So it gives them a little baby attack boost as well, but the Searcher is really good. Definitely helps with the consistency of this deck. I really recommend playing this at 3. I'm playing 2 Bujin Carnation. Now, I've seen people only play this at 1, so if you want to bump it down to 1, that's totally fine as well. But I like it because if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can target 1 Bujin monster in your graveyard, and one of your banished Bujin monsters special summon both targets that can't be used for Exceed Summon, except for the Exceed Summon of a Beast Warrior or Winged Beast type monster. So I really like this one because if you have resources in your graveyard and your banished pile, you can use them and then just start getting stuff going again. So we're playing 3, put the secret rare on top. 3 Call by the Grave, just because we're not trying to get Ash. This deck does do a lot of searching. So 1 might not be terrible, but there is always going to be that one that's just devastating to what you're trying to accomplish. So we're playing 3 Call by the Grave for that reason. Only playing a few traps. We're playing 2 Solemn Judgments and 3 Impermanence. Now if you wanted to go for more of like a screw you buddy type of build, Impermanence definitely does screw over your opponent, but if you want to go for like 2 Judgments and 3 Strikes or vice versa, that's totally fine as well, because I do get Impermanence is still an expensive card, but this is what has worked for me so far and I really like it. So moving on into the extra deck, I'm really excited about this. We're playing 2 Bujinki Ahashima, I think is how I say it. This card's really cool. It really helps with the deck, and I'm excited about it. 2 monsters with the same level. It can't be used as link material. You can only use each effect of Bujinki Ahashima once per turn. If this card is linked summoning, you special summon 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from your hand and 1 from your graveyard. Negate their effects, and then immediately after this effect resolves, XYZ summon 1 Exceed monster using those 2 monsters only. So that's really cool. Really helps get out our monsters. If an XYZ monster this card points to activates its effect, by detaching material, I can pop a spell or trap. So that's really cool. Like not being able to get something out of the field, then using our Exceed monsters effect, that effect going off, and then popping a spell or trap. That's a cool little combo. I really like that. I'm playing 1 Avermax because we do get a lot of stuff out from the extra deck, so it's easy to go into this card. And he's also a good alternative boss monster. Just knowing you have this in your extra deck can really help out. If you want to like play Appaloosa or something, that's totally fine as well. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Phoenix. For the Bujin guys, I'm playing 2 Bujinte, I think it's Bujinte, Susanoo. Now Susanoo is cool. It can attack all your opponent's monsters once each. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and then take 1 Bujin monster from your deck and either add to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can only control 1 Bujinte Susanoo. So it's really cool, basically another searcher or graveyard setup, and that's really good. and then being able to like use Crane and then attack your guys, like that's really cool. Actually, I might only be for one battle phase, but that's still a really good thing, just being able to attack into all your people, your opponent's people. So also I'm playing 2 Bujin Kagasuchi. So Kagasuchi is probably my favorite one. When it's summoned, you mill the top 5 cards from your deck to the graveyard, or your entire deck if it's less than 5. And then this card gains 100 attack for each Bujin card sent to the graveyard by this effect. If a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster or monsters you control be destroyed by battle card effect, you can detach 1 material from this card instead of destroying it. You can only control 1 Bujin Kagasuchi. So I really like this one because he can get 3,000 and he has his own protection, and I like that as well. I think that's really neat. I'm playing 2 Amaterasu. Now Amaterasu is neat. I don't really go to this one as much. If you want to bump this down and play something else, you could. 3 level 4 monsters. You can only control 1 Bujin Amaterasu. Once per turn during the other player's turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and apply this effect depending on whose turn it is. If it's your turn, you can target one of your banished level 4 or lower monsters and special summon it. If it's your opponent's turn, you target one of your banished level 4 or lower monsters and add that target back to your hand. So good options for resources, and I like that a lot. I'm running just 1 Tsukiyomi because I don't really use Tsukiyomi as much. 2 level 4 light monsters. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. Send your entire hand to the graveyard, minimum 1. And if you do, draw 2 cards. So draw power, that's great. When this card you control while face up leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, not by battle. So you just gotta make sure of that. You can target 1 level 4 Bujin monster in your graveyard at the number of materials this card had on the field and special some of those targets. So that is cool. A really cool floating effect if you still have materials. I do like that. I'm playing 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King just because you can go into him and then he can negate face-up effect monsters currently in the field except Beast Warrior type monsters to the end of your opponent's turn. So I do like that effect. And then I'm playing just 1 Tornado Dragon and then 1 Exciton Knight just in case. But that's it for the deck, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I love this deck. Like I said, it's budget, so I really recommend you picking it up. I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments. As far as the Beast Warriors go, do y'all like Bujin or Fire Fist more? I'm doing a Fire Fist deck profile sometime next week. If you guys don't pick this deck up for any other reason, please pick it up just to play Crane against your opponent. Like that is, it's so much fun. Like I cannot stress how much fun it is to use Crane to go into your opponent's attack. Like that is just great. While you guys are here, like I said, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and hit that bell so you become a part of the notification team. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.